Hey, Peter Holtz, CPA here for the ABCs of dealing with COVID-19 and the changes in the economy. A was for adjust and pivot. We talked about that yesterday. Today, we're going to talk about budget balancing, okay? What you need to do is make sure that you are balancing your budget. I mean, it sounds pretty basic, but it's really true. It's time to really step back and figure out what costs you have to cut to maintain your business. Where you should be spending your money in the future as you adjust your business and pivot to in another direction. But your spending is going to have to change too. For example, you may want to be spending more online than you have before. You want to spend more time on Facebook or Instagram or whatever you can do to try to expand your business. I mean, because you got to go where the people are, and the people are on their phones, the people are on their computers. People aren't driving to work as much, they're working from home. We're looking at fundamental shifts in our economy. I mean, you see it right now in the residential real estate boom. It's going crazy right now. Interest rates are an all-time low, okay? And you got to bear in mind the Federal Reserve has committed to keeping interest rates near zero for the next couple of years to get through this crisis. They have dumped almost everything they possibly could on the table to help us recover from this very serious shutdown that the government has put in place. So you got to figure out where you're going and how your market is changing, and you have to adjust your spending accordingly, okay? Whether up or down or in different places. You may have something that you always, for example, let's say you always spent money on advertising at a minor league ballpark, for example. You always bought a space on the fence. Well, you're not going to want to do that because there isn't going to be any minor league baseball, right? All those events are postponed or canceled. So you're going to want to figure out what you need to do to continue to grow and prosper your business. Do you need to, if you're a restaurant, you need to do takeout, obviously. If you're in the restaurant supply business, you need to have an adequate supply of takeout cartons, okay? It's that basic in terms of you need to think about the depth of the economy and what makes sense. And it's hard. I mean, I know a lot of people have a lot of things going on, and it's quite honestly very easy to like bury your head in the sand and try not to do this, but that's not an option, because that's failure, and failure is not an option at these points in time. So we have to really balance our budget, that it goes along with adjusting our business to really ride the waves of this new economy. There are lots of people out there who want to spend money. There's lots of people with money to spend, and you got to figure out how you're going to get it out of their hands, okay? Like you've always done in business, okay? I run into situations time and time again where you have the same people in the same business, and one of them is going crazy, busy, super busy, and the other one is like dead in the water because one has adjusted to the new economy and the other one hasn't. So you need to figure that out. There is no other option, okay? And you need to adjust. And you need to adjust your budget to make sure you can make it through this tough time. Thanks. Peter Holtz, it's about more money in your pocket.